Welcome back to another episode of EVE Online. Today we're going to take a little bit of a jaunt out to take a look at what an ice belt looks like. After that we're going to mine some more valuable rocks in the same system. We're taking out the Dravion today on its first voyage, the inauguration of the Dravion. Let's take a quick look at our skills before we go. I've been adding in drone skills, so if we take a look at, where the heck did that go? Drones. You see I've been adding drone stuff in. So drone avionics, interfacing, navigation, sharpshooting, all of the drones listed 1 through 5. Basically we're going to be a drone intensive operation, so better to have those skills than not. We are going to get capped at 5 million skill points, at which point it really becomes a grind to make money in order to get at Omega. The best way to do that, I think, and seems to be the opinion of a lot of people in the community, is to harvest gas as a alpha character. However, it is pretty high risk, as you've seen when I blew up in a large splody explosion of splodiness. Say that 10 times fast. Now, what we have on deck here is the drone durability, which is about ready to be done today. Drone sharpshooting, drone avionics, then we go into Industry 5 and Hull Upgrades 5. This really is kind of, that's the last, like 10%, maybe 20%. Really finishes off the skill, gives us the maximum bonuses. A lot of people only take it up to the point where it becomes expensive, or it takes like 2 weeks or 30 days to do, and then they'll stop there. But if you're going for a mastery of a ship, it's always nice to try and max that stuff out. Now today we are going to be, we're going to take a look at this in the future. Again, in the future. I keep putting it off, don't I? It's like I'm almost like I'm dragging my feet. Now, I have a system that I want to go to, and I did a little bit of exterior work out on a website called Dotland. And in order to find that, there's a really cool utility we have here. It's called a notepad. We'll click that, and it lets you put in things, notes, and various folders. So you can organize things over here by folder, and then you can create specifically new notes. So for instance, the stuff on gas huffing, you enter in what you want, type it over here, and then you close the window, and then you have a little note. Obviously the level, you can take it to level 2 in gas harvesting, and the skill costs 39 million. And that enables us to go out into gas clouds and fill up the gas and make lots of money. But we don't need this skill anymore, so you just right click it, delete the note, say yes, go away, and it went away. Now today we're going to be doing a look at what an ice belt looks at. I can't talk. What an ice belt looks like. And because we cannot actually mine ice as an alpha. Well, I believe they used to be able to, but I think that changed a while ago. And I tried to get some stuff for ice mining, and it said it was an Omega. So I'm going to assume that they changed it. So we're going to go take a look at it. We might discuss it in brief. And then we're going to go on and mine some other more profitable rocks in the same system. It's a 0.7 system. So we're still in high sec. Although, if you want to get better income, you could go mine in low sec, but if you go in low sec, you're going to have a larger possibility of getting blown up. Now, yeah, that's just a constant fear in EVE. And yes, I may be paranoid, but my paranoia serves me well, because you are all to get me, aren't you? You're stalking me, I can tell. No. So let's go get that done. I included this right here so that you can get a look at what the URL is for Dotland. Dotland basically is a pretty cool little website. I don't know who puts it out. could be an independent player, but it's their website, and it organizes the connections between systems so that you can see the paths to various systems. It also tells you things like the number of ship kills within like a 48-hour period, the number of pod kills within a 48-hour period, the number of jumps through a system, going through a Stargate, and I think there's one other thing that I'm forgetting right off the top of my head. But I know that it also tells you what is in that system as far as what belts are there and what assets are present in the system, like stations or whatever, various systems like customs offices, things like that. Very handy little website. Make a note of it, evemaps.dotlan.net, and then go there. So no, it's free. You can just pop on in and go. Now, we're going to these two systems, which I'm going to absolutely kill if I say their name. So we're going to try going to Barap El... Yeah, that one. So we'll just call it Brap. But what we do here is we simply highlight this, right click, and copy selected. We go to our map. Wait for it to load. Load. Okay. Go up to the search function. I already obviously have it in. We're going to right click and set a waypoint, or set destination rather, not a waypoint. Waypoint is after destination if you're going someplace else. Now we'll be able to go there, and that is also one of two systems that have ice belts in it, the two that are listed. And we can bring this up anyway, we don't have to be in a station. We close that. There's also some other pretty cool little things in the utility section. I mean, you got compare tool, log messages, structure browser, calculator. Actually, you have a calculator in case you don't have one. Pay thousands of dollars, why not use a calculator for your computer? And the pointer, which helps you, if you're talking in chat or whatnot, to point to specific windows to help others find things quicker. Really helpful if you do any ISD work in like the help area. Anything else? Oh, briefly, let's take a look at finance, market orders. I placed some market orders, and it looks like a bunch of them have sold. So I currently have these two gas deposits on sale for the next 89 days. Go buy them. Okay. Now, what we have sold, if we take a look in our wallet at our transactions, we sold Veldspar, dense Veldspar, pyrite, tritanium, pyrite, scordite, and Veldspar, and condensed scordite. So, anything green is good, anything red, not so good. I also did buy, as you can see, about $750,000 in station containers. So if we take a look in the item area, you'll see that I have additional things here, including two unnamed and unused station containers at present. I added ammo, drones, and then threw a bunch of stuff into my personal area for like, I think I put like the filaments. I didn't want to actually have a dedicated filament container, because what are you going to do with a million M3 and filaments? I mean, you can sell them, I guess, but no. So I threw them in there. Various other things, blueprints. Actually, I could probably do a blueprint container, but not right now. So I added that in. Help keeps things organized. Remember last time I dropped off stuff out of the Steelix here? Threw it into my main area and it was all jumbled up, so I just went through, organized things, dropped them in containers. It took me about 15-20 minutes. I only had to go 2 jumps away, but I could only haul 1 container at a time and about 3 additional containers. So it takes a while to transport them back and forth, and the only thing you can really fit into those ships is the cargo container, because it's 10,000 M3 when you have it folded up and shoved into your hold. I mean, you have a little extra room to shove some extra stuff in, But if you're going to be moving station containers, be aware that they take up a lot of space and it takes a lot of time to move them. And I would have to actually hold to my original premise that it's probably easier if you just got a blueprint and built them in station wherever you're at. Or in the same system would be even preferred to jumping systems with them. Now, with that having been done, we'll take a brief look at the feed. I mean, maybe. Huh. Looks like they have a broadcast of some kind going on. Interesting. I had an expert system, which I got as a free thing when I transferred it to my character. Obviously, it activated it. Basically increases your ability to do stuff. Gives you bonuses. These are the skills that I've been training. Astrometric range finding. And drone navigation. So I've been training stuff up in the background. And you always want to have something going in your skill queue. Yeah. I don't like the yellow dots. No, can't say I'm a big fan of being blocked out of stuff, but you can't do that until you get an Omega. And then you have access to every skill in the game. So, I think we procrastinated long enough. Let's eject into space. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Wait, stop. Be paranoid. Make sure you check your insurance. Platinum insurance. Already insured? No. Okay, so we're insured. All of our stuff is online and activated because once you get into space, you can activate things, I believe, but it takes an exceptional amount of power. Everything looks like it's ready to roll. Got everything all hooked up. We're ready to go mine. We're out of here. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, give me the beep. Yeah. Gotta love the beep. And then our obligatory hiccup whenever we leave a station. I don't know if that's just my computer or if it belongs to everybody in the game when they leave a station, if there's that little stutter step. I always found it kind of annoying. But let's get going.
Warp drive active.
I really do enjoy this game. It's actually been a consistent part of my life for a very long time. In large part because of the people in it, but sometimes it's just kind of nice to be out in space floating by yourself doing what we would consider a relatively menial task. I mean, mining. I do a lot of mining. That's another thing I was going to talk about, but I forgot to mention it while I was in the station, is the market. We'll cover that in a little bit here.
Warp drive active.
I don't use the afterburner trick because the warp speed, the warp alignment time is fast enough that if you use it, it actually doesn't do anything with these ships. So our warp core has a built-in 2-point warp core stabilizer. So that'll help us if we try to get tackled. It would be nice to have another stabilizer. An active one I could click, but I didn't put one on. Kind of like a... Yeah, of course it doesn't help if you don't click on the... Yeah, you mess up your clicking. Don't mess up your clicking. And then the next system is the system we're headed to. We have a transport right there. Hello. Goodbye. Why can't I ever... it's embarrassing I can't pronounce these names. Like the name of that ship. Malikwa? Malikwa? I don't know, I can't say Worcestershire either. Worcestershire? Maybe that's right. Might have got it. Worcestershire? Is it Worcestershire or Worcestershire? If you know, put it down in the comments. What is the pronunciation of Worcestershire? Yeah, the sauce, brown stuff, added to hamburger, among other things. So we are in system. In order to find the belt, we will right click in space, we will look for anomalies. Look, a blue ice belt. We don't want to warp directly to the belt, but we're going to warp within 100 because
warp drive active.
I'm paranoid, and paranoia serves me well. So if we had an ice harvester, basically it'd be like these, except it operates on cycle time and you get a set quantity. So it's all about cycle time instead of volume. So it goes through the timer, and then you get one block of ice. It looks like we have currently got some very expensive ships on grid. We have Mackinac, which are T2 ice miners. We have a booster in the form of an orca. So let's get a closer look at this. So we got that there. Let's scare some people by flying toward that rock and orbiting it at 1,000. Kick on that afterburner. Don't mind me. Probably one person. Has all the earmarks of a one-person operation. So if we click on the orca, where's my orca? Right there. And we take a look at it. Yeah. That really looks like a one-person, multiple account deal. So there's our orbit here. That's the boost that went out there. Gives, well, it could give any number of boosts, but Orca, I love flying my Orca. Increases the crystal duration, it reduces all kinds of stuff like somebody came in. Retriever. Yeah. These guys probably not part of this group. This group is probably all one person. Let's take a look at where I'm at. No, where I'm at. Here I come. Still 37 out, but I was 100 away. I guess it could be more than one person. That's a whole lot of drones for NPCs. They aren't going to do much against the player. If they want your Orca, they're going to take it. Ship's worth billions after you get done modding it out, including your implants as well. But this is a nice chunk. So yeah, basically it's a big floating ice rock. Let's hit the stop button, take a better look at it. They're kind of cool. I do like the way they put the design. Is kind of really neat. I'm easily impressed, obviously. So you click your lock it like normal, then you turn on your ice harvesters. They start to go through the cycle like these go through their cycle, and you end up getting one chunk per laser. You'll get 2 lasers. At one point in time you used to be able to get 3 on certain ships, but they got rid of that. Now at the end of that pops into here, and each one, like this hold, would be able to take 5. Is that right? Is it 10 M3 per chunk of ice? I can't remember right off the top of my head. Remember, it's per 1,000, I think. That's the volume of that particular asteroid. These are what you get out of it. Heavy water when you process it. You get heavy water, ozone, strontium, and oxygen isotopes. You can compress it. Actually, that ship that they got floating out there, the Orca, has the ability to run a compressor. And they're kind of cool because that lets you store so much more. I mean, you could compress ice all day long as long as you have enough fuel. They do run on fuel, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it is ozone? Been a while. Anyway, so that's ice. Basically, you sit here, you time out. That's ice mining. Always keep an eye on your local. If you're smart, you'd probably want to use your D scanner. Mackinac. If you start to see a whole bunch of things like catalysts, be concerned. This diamond venture is part of an NPC mining group. Never attack the diamonds. Don't do it. You will die horrible, painful death. They call on fire support, and they'll eat you up. So don't do it. So there's D-scan. Yeah. I'm just sitting here enjoying the sound of it. I'm weird, I know. So let's go to an asteroid belt. Let's pick this one at random because it's at the bottom and everybody picks the bottom one. We'll warp to 0 because I'm feeling
Warp drive active.
sassy. Wonder if anybody said anything in local. Nope. Cool. Anybody in local? No reds? We're good. This system has had a ship destroyed and a pod killed within the last 12 hours. Okay, so we got 2. That's right, we're in a lower sec system. So we launch our drone. And let it do its thing. Meanwhile, so our drone should be out here, right here, hammering away at the bad guys. Which drone or which Serpentis are we attacking? That one. Okay, so he's about dead. My drone, how's it doing? Pretty good. It's only taking light shield damage. Now it's going to completely obliterate that other Serpentis spy, and that'll be good for a little while. Meanwhile, we're looking for this right here, and I am going to kill it because I can never remember the names of anything. Plagio case. It has a higher resale value, so let's approach that. When he's done killing him, he'll come on over, start orbiting, and he blew him up, so he'll fly back. These ships both have something in them. Probably look to see what that is. I suppose they're only 7,000 away. Alright, fine. We will return to drone bay. We will open the cargo. And we have metal scraps and a couple charges for ammunition. So we'll throw that into our inventory. We'll go to the other one, open the cargo. Yeah, I know, it's out of range, but you're gonna fly there, aren't you? And then when it gets within range, it'll pop it up here and we'll see what's in there. Metal scraps. I could have just left that. Either way, go back to mining. Find the ore we're looking. Ooh, Azure. Let's go with the Azure. I believe that's better. So we'll approach that. I think we're at lock range. And rich. Go there too. The variants are basically, it breaks down to how much they produce when you refine them, and that's the simplest way of looking at it. I guess. So we have that there. We're both within range. And we'll start mining this. We'll take a look at what we get out of this as far as estimated price, and we'll see if it's any better. It should be. So let's go up. And shut that off. We don't have our gate destination set, but what we can do here is click here. And we're going to want to go back here, so we will set our destination. That'll highlight our gate here. And then we can align to the gate after we shut off our afterburner so we don't fly out of range. So we are basically aligned to the gate. Should make it out before we hit that rock. D-scan might be nice. Control tower. Gates. I already harvested that. Why is that? Oh. Maybe because it doesn't know. Yep, so no. D-scan's a good idea. I'm gonna live wild. So this is our new ship, the Drapion. Is that right? Yep, Drapion. Congratulations to the winner of the drawing that named this one. We have an interesting stable of beginning ships so far. The Adventure is really a good little ship. You can't really complain about it as a starting ship. Probably the best option for mining as an alpha. Of course, I've seen people mining in battleships, but not as... I don't think you can do that as an alpha. I'm not sure if you can do battleships as an alpha. Actually, I do not know that. I'll have to look into that. Now, the market was what I was going to talk about. So, because apparently I'm not thinking today, I'm going to block my view and open up the market. So we could do market stuff, and actually I considered doing a market video. But here's the truth, I suck at the market. I really do. In fact, there's a whole slew of individuals who specialize just in that, and if you wanted to know more about that, I'm going to pitch you at them. One of the individuals I would probably say is one of the better YouTube channels on this particular topic is Oz. I will include the link to his YouTube channel below. Very detailed breakdowns on various aspects of the EVE market. If you want to learn how to do things like that, watch that channel. Yeah, I watched some of his stuff the other day. Bored me to tears. Not because it's boring. It's just because I am not a market person. I can sell stuff, I can buy stuff, and if I'm lucky I might break a little better than even. Not a market person. I've often said many times that what I need in this game is a broker. A PC person broker. Like, hi, I've got all this stuff, I will give you the stuff, you sell the stuff, and then you take a percentage off the top. Which is something I thought about starting on a couple of different occasions, but then again, being that I don't do the market, and I'm not very good at it, didn't make much sense. Although there is a need for it, so if you wanted to do something like that, there's a free idea for you. Take it, run with it, get my business, take my money, have my ISK. Not literally or free, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, here's my credit strip, take my money, blah. Doing pretty good financially, but that will be wiped out relatively quick because skills are incredibly expensive. We need to start saving up because what is a Plex running right now? Let's see if we can find it. Can't spell. All right, we are looking at Plex. Plex services are 5,039,000. Okay, so for one Plex pilot extension lesson, okay, we'll try that again. Take 2. For one pilot extension license, it costs 5,039,000. That's just for one. In order to get a 30-day subscription, you are going to need me to stop bumping this table. But you're going to need me to tell you that you need 500 of them. So you take that number and you multiply it by 500, and I am way too lazy to do the math. So we go here to this wonderful thing that I showed you earlier called the calculator. Taking 5 million, 0, 3, 9, and we multiply that times 500. And we are talking about a heck of a lot of money. So, what's it, 2.5 billion? Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. For a Plex, that's 30 days. Can you do it? Yeah. If you do it and you mine it, and you're on every day and you're mining for 6 to 8 hours a day in a venture, you can do it. I seriously and highly don't recommend that you do that. I think that you would be better off served by purchasing a Plex through either sites like Marquee Dragon's site or by purchasing it directly from the New Eden store. Marquee Dragon is another individual who is pretty well known in the EVE universe. I think he still has the highest bounty on his head. At the time, I think they got rid of it. Either way, he's got a store online, and he sells Plex and other things. He does other games as well that he sells. Pretty nice little store. I've used him on occasion. Pretty good deals there sometimes. Yeah, I'm doing free advertisement. I'm such a nice guy. But I like it. I've never had a problem with it. They've always been prompt on their responses to it. And sometimes it can be cheaper. So, check it out. Marquee Dragon's store. I should probably include a link to that too. If I can remember such things. But I will probably put the information in the description down below. Uh-oh. They just decreased my standings with Serpentis. Whatever shall I do? I blew up your spies. 5 million for a Plex. Used to be cheaper. But you know how economies are. I don't need to tell you how economies are right now. Even in the game. So let's take a look at what we got going on here, because I've been completely oblivious because I'm talking. So we have two different types of ore. We have azure, which I believe means blue, and rich, plagiocase. Plagioclase? Anyway, the estimated amount is just 226,000. I'm not thrilled with that. So what we're looking at is what? About 500,000? So I guess this is gonna make up more potentially when we refine it and sell the mineral. 'Cause I believe we take a look at the attributes. Description. Is there a multiplier? Yeah, 5% improved mineral yield. for the blue, and the rich gives us 10%. Okay, so rich is 10%. So when we refine these into minerals, actually we'll be getting more than what this is estimating, because this is taking the value of the ore probably from some market feed somewhere and making an estimation, but that can be skewed because they constantly mess with the market, the people who play the market. Never straightforward with the market. Let's take a look at the market details on rich right now, and we'll try and make sense of it. Nobody's wanting to kill me yet. Cool. Buy orders. These are people who want to buy it, and this is the prices that they're willing to pay for it. Interesting. So looks like they're selling that for 29 to 35. 35 being the high end, 33 being the middle ish. So if you wanted to sell, you could sell at 28, undercut everybody in the market. For the raw ore, what you're going to be making relatively little because it's only 28. Now this refines into, doesn't it say? This stuff. Mexalon. Mexallion? What is that going for in the market? 53. So we get increased minerals coming out of the ore that we're taking, and we can turn around and sell those for 53 instead of 28 to 33. You're going to want to probably not go more in this particular instance on the market. When we looked at it, the ore raw was selling for about 33, so you're going to be in that ballpark. Here we can sell it for an average of probably in the 54 range, 55 if you're really not, concerned about it. Although there's that one order for 3 million, so there's lots of that there. And that's in Dodixie. So yeah, I mean, you can see how you got to think about how these things play together, and you make all kinds of weird market transactions, and you start handing money to people under the table, and the next thing you know, you're a crime boss. Not really, but it makes for an interesting story, right? Wow, that's a lot of minerals. 8 million? Somebody has been power mining. Let's shut this, because that's frightening. So we're almost got a complete, wow, can't Englishing. Alright, so we almost have a completely full hull. Yay. Hold. Not hull. A hold. I think somebody needs to cut back on the caffeine this morning. Nah. Up the dosage. So we're almost done with that. When we get done with that, we'll take it back to the station. I'm estimating around 500,000. If we don't run out of that rock before then, which is entirely possible. So let's see what else we got in the mining area around here, just in case. Here's another one, so we'll just lock that one. So if we run dry on either of these, we'll just lock on that last one and we'll start mining off of it. Do I have to be within 10? I thought it was 15. 16. Oh, that's right. I got the scoped mining lasers. Always get the scoped if you can. They have a better range. No, I think their yield might be a little bit different. I never really looked at that. I like locking things and mining from a distance. If you want max yield, though, I mean, these are things you got to look at. What is the mining yield of the laser? Like this one's 151 per 60. And I think that's per laser. I can't remember if that compiles both of them. Man, I'm nice scatterbrained today, huh? Nice and quiet. I like it nice and quiet. I do like the blue suns. And that's pretty. Eventually the NPCs will come back, but we do have our drone, who did an exceptionally well combat sequence. Why am I'm having serious English problems. It noticed its shields healed up, so we're good there. That is a favorite. Now, can't remember. I think it was Shift R. No. Control R? No. Was the command for launching. Shift F. Of course. So Shift F will launch our drone, which is why we can keep this minimized. And there he goes. And our hold is full. And our estimated wave, I was 100,000 or close to 100,000 off. So let's recall our drone. Back into the hold with you. We'll head back to the station. Jump that gate. Da-da-da.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, I actually underestimated that, but then again, I guess in order to utilize the ore type, I would have to do more on the market end of things in order to capitalize on the ISK benefit. We'll bring it back. We'll pitch it in our ore container.
Warp drive active.
Like eventually you're going to want to leave the 0.1, 0.9. We were in a 0.7 system, and as farther out you go, or the lower down you go, the bigger and nastier the NPC rats are. You get out to nullsec, you start to get things that can really chew you up, including players. Nullsec is an entirely different ballgame.
Warp drive active.
I have to say, paint job on this is kind of growing on me, even though it is a bit muted. A hauler and a scanner ship. I think a Huron Navy is a scanner ship.
Warp drive active.
Home again, clippity clop. What we got here? Apparently we got something from air. And we got 25 career points and 62,000
request accepted.
for harvesting plagio cake cloth. Plagio? Yeah, that stuff. We'll take it. Alright, so we come down here, click on that button, say, hi, give me my stuff. And we are plus 62 grand. I'll take it. Now we go back up here, we go to our mining hold, select this, scroll down a little bit, drag it into here. That should be the only thing in there right now. Now you can't, or at least you couldn't. Can you reprocess from here now? Really? Let's reprocess. Is that a standard thing for all ores now? Used to be you had to drag everything into your item hanger and then reprocess it there, but that's not, I'm not going to complain about that. So you learn things every day in this game. So if we were to sell this, we'll see if this is worth selling. Actually, before we do that, we'll... you can't sell from here. So you gotta bring it into your main inventory and then right click and then you go to sell. And then from here you can take a look. They want to sell it for 1.5% above. Market says then I'm trying to sell ore. This is not a mineral. That's the mineral I want to sell. You need a certain number in order to pre-process it, and there's always some left over. Alright, so 44. This is selling on the market for mid-50s. I'd probably go 40, 54, 96. Kind of slide in the middle there. So let's go with 54.96. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. 54. Better. Better than what I had. Yes. And we're looking at about 280 if it's sold at that. So keep that in mind. And we'll sell that. Now our order's marked in blue and we slipped between these two. This guy's gonna be eating up a lot of sales under me, so this is gonna take a while to sell. I have no doubt. Plus the people that are back here, like this guy, could really easily just decide he wants to sell for less, but I don't know. The market's always weird. We want to sell this, and we want to sell this for virtually nothing. Woohoo! And the market says 4. That's a whole lot of 4. You could sell for a little under 4, but above 3.7. Erg. Or you could sell to an order. Out of curiosity. Now, immediate, we'll take it from the top I believe, purchase order or buy order. So 3.4, which is
upcoming for water authorities and biomass distribution
me.
oversight. Participation is free
45
and
grand. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll sell it. As well as this and this. Not going to worry about that either. I am going to sell them immediately for, oh, not bad, not good. Highly recommended, I believe, by everybody who does the market that you don't do what I just did and sell to the immediate top purchase person. Bad idea. You get gouged. So we got our expensive mineral on sale. What's this? I got more rewards. I got 15 career points and 2 bundles. Because I reprocessed. Interesting stuff. I accept your free stuff. Gimme. Sure, let's open it now. Oh, you didn't give me the minigame? Some of these things, like on Yule events and whatnot, they give you this little, like, map, like you're actually doing something, but you gotta click the little nodes to open it. Never understood that. I think, like, yeah. Oh, cruiser, a Vexor blueprint. And we'll put that into personal. Okay. I guess we could build the Vexor. That would be interesting. Does this thing even have industrial capabilities? Let's see. Yes, it does have an industry. Now I'm curious. So let's click here. And then we'll go back here. My personal settings. We'll find the Vexor blueprint. We'll drop it in here. No. You're gonna make me do this? Nah, I didn't think you did. Okay. It was just slow. So this is what we need in order to make a Vexor. Out of curiosity. One of these. If I was to buy all. Okay, so we don't have any of that one particular mineral, and if we were looking at building this particular ship right now using the minerals at hand, minus the one that we need 315 of, it would cost us roughly 20.57 million, plus applicable fees. So that's interesting. Let's just say no. No. And out of curiosity, if we go to the market and take a look at the ship, Vexor, they are selling for about 13. So we're losing money if we make it ourselves. This is why I never got into industry. And yeah, not really, unless you do it in bulk, or I have no idea why people do that to themselves. If you do know why, feel free to put that in the comments below, because I don't get it. I think we're good. I think we've had a relatively interesting and productive day, even though I cannot English well. So, you have a great day. And remember, no matter where it is you go in the universe, there you are. Yeah. See you next week. Bye.